What's going on, fellas? It's another C Boogie. Y'all know the rest. Hey, I want to salute y'all for subscribing to my channel. And I also want to thank y'all for liking my videos. And shout out to the Dime Game Division. Let's rock and roll, man. You know, the fact is, a lot of men are scared of women. Period, man. And you have many different situations where guys can be in fear. You have the first situation where a lot of men don't want to be rejected, and that's understandable, dog. You know what I mean? Who wants to be rejected by a woman? So it may not be the woman per se that they have the fear of, but it's the fear of the rejection, and I get that. Then you have other situations where some guys are afraid of a woman's sexual prowess. They looking at her kind of like this woman in the thumbnail. They're checking out her body, the way she carries herself, the way she walks, her demeanor, her disposition. And that could just be a intimidation factor for some dudes, and that's understandable. And then you have other situations with men where they don't want to get entangled with a woman because they don't want to be hurt. They may have went through a bad situation in the past, a couple bad breakups, a bad divorce. Things just didn't go his way. They've been used by a woman. I get it. And that's understandable. But at the end of the day, all men possess power inside of them. And let me explain that. I'm a firm believer that once a man realizes his gifts, the gifts that the universe has blessed you with, your individual gifts, that'll really help you out when you're dealing with women, because at that point, when you realize your gifts, man, you know exactly why a woman is in your life. You see what I'm saying? And as long as you know your gifts with a woman, you will always maintain the high ground. You see what I'm saying? If I'm making any kind of sense to you guys, with a woman, don't be intimidated by what you see on the outside. What she say out her mouth, certain things. Once you get that mask off, you're looking at a completely different person. You dig? You have to see that woman. But in order to do that, you got to peel back layer after layer after layer. And it could be a tedious process for some guys. And some guys have really mastered that, and they can do it with no effort. But the point is, a lot of women, just like men, put on the front. You know what I mean? And with women, all they trying to do is weed out the weakest men. And if you really think about life, man, life is one big weeding out process. You know what I'm saying? From the time you in school, you may have tried out for the softball team or the football team, basketball team, and they did tryouts. They trying to weed out the guys that can't hang. Your senior year, you took the SAT or the ACT. Colleges are trying to weed out the people that can't handle the curriculum. You might go to the military, basic training. Everybody doesn't make it through basic training. They're trying to weed out the weak guys, because if you go to the battlefield, you need your strongest soldiers present, etc., so forth and so forth. So if you really think about it, for men, life is a big weeding out process, man. Same thing when you're dealing with women, dog. A lot of women put on the outer shell. They throw their mask on to keep certain guys away. And that's why a lot of guys spend their time learning game. And I'm not opposed to it, but I'm a firm believer in learning your gifts. When a woman is in my life, when my energy coincides with a woman's energy, I know exactly why she responded to me, because I took time to know who I am. You see what I'm saying? And I took the time to figure out what the universe has blessed me with as far as my gifts, man. You dig? So I know exactly how to deal with that woman. You know, I know why she's there. I know what she likes about me. She don't even have to tell me. Point blank period, man. You know, I know why she's looking at me like that. I know why she may get attached to me very quickly. You know, I know when I do certain things, why she gets emotional. You dig? So why would I have to have fear? I got the high ground. You know, all I got to do is do what I have to do. You know, work my gifts, play to my strengths. You see what I'm saying? I'm about to say rejection, but I'm about to talk about rejection. Approaching women is for the bold. You know what I'm saying? Approaching women is for the bold, man. You know, because it's very unpredictable. You know, approaching women is not a script that a man goes off of. You know, so many impromptu things come up, you know, with a woman. You don't know how she's going to respond. You don't know what she's going to say. You don't know if she's in a relationship, you know, all while you in your mind trying to figure out, is she feeling me or not? You know, you're trying to get information from the woman at the same time. You're trying to entertain a little bit. You know, you're trying to keep her engaged in the conversation. You know, it's a very unpredictable process, man, that you have to get good at by just doing it. You know, it's not a script for that, man. You know, things don't stay still, man. You know, they're constantly moving. So you got to be ambidextrous when you're dealing with women, when you're approaching with women. You know, one day you may use your left hand. Next day you may use your right hand with a woman. You know, meaning you got different bags that you're operating from. Some women, hey, making them laugh just might do the trick. You know, other women, you may have to get a little intellectual on them. You know, she's attracted to that. You know, some women just may want you to stand there and, you know, look at her and just be sexy. They may turn on. You know, it's different bags for different women, you know, and the situation will dictate that. You know, so as a man, you just got to keep an open mind on these things. No need to be intimidated. Everything is a learning process, dog. But if you know your gifts, I'm telling you, man, I can't sell this enough. If you know your gifts, you know exactly why that woman is attracted to you. Play to that, period. Anything else, you putting on the mask, you're not being yourself, and you're still going to be unfulfilled. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, as far as a woman's sexual prowess, she is who she is. You know what I'm saying? Genetically, she is who she is. You know, she may have big thighs, big breasts, big legs. You know. And look, I'll say this. If you feel that you can't handle that as a man, don't even deal with that woman, because she's going to be a mirror for you. Every time you look at her, all your insecurities are going to come to the surface, dog. I would say stay away from that until you get to that level. Stay in your lane. You know, find you a woman that's on your sexual level as well. You know, because sex should be a pleasurable thing. It shouldn't be, you know, something where you're nervous and timid and shy. You know, no man should have to go through that, man. You know, you're really going to wreck your brain trying to deal with stuff like that. So stay in your lane and find your speed. You know, but a lot of guys are intimidated by women sexually. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It's just it's just a natural part of our existence. It's nothing to be ashamed of, you know, as long as you're trying to get better at it, work on it, improve at it. You know, like riding a bike, man. Anything can be taught. You know, especially if you got the discipline and, you know, repetition is key at a lot of different things. You know, believing in yourself. Sometimes you can't be too hard on yourself, etc., man. So forth and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Any man can get better at dealing with women if he has the right attitude. You know, just my personal opinion. But this kind of notion that women are going to wake up one day and just take it easy on men and knock on your door crying like, "Daddy, I'm sorry, I want to submit to you." Guys got to get out of that fantasy world too. You know, you are who you are. But it's your job as a man to peel back them layers of that woman. Boom, 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 boom. You know, till you find out who she really is. Till you really connect with what's under that mask. Now you growing an attachment. Now you got the high ground. You know what I'm saying? I know what I provide for a woman. You know, I know exactly what I provide for a woman on a personal level. I know why that woman is there. And I play to my strengths, man. You know, I'm there on assignment. Period. Anything else is beneath me. I'm on assignment. I got a mission, and I'm going to get it done. And every man that's listening to this video should have that attitude. Shout out to the Dime Game Division. Peace.